review for you from Dainty Digits Polish. This is the Candy Color Collection, and it's 12 polishes, and I got them in the mini bottles, so I'll have those to show you, but you can, on the website, you can get them in the full size or the mini, just so that you know. I was given a pretty good Swatches discount on these and asked to swatch them and review them for you guys. So I just want you to keep in mind that when stuff like that happens, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, that does not ever impact my review or my opinion. I'm always believe in being honest with you guys. And so if there's something that I don't like about a product, I will tell you. And if there's something that I do like, I will tell you. So I don't want anyone to ever think that I'm swayed one way or the other. And I've said this before, but I will continue to say it because I do believe in giving an honest review. Otherwise, what is the point? So keep that in mind. And I was also sent a base coat, a top coat, and some organic cuticle oil, and I've used all those things as well. So I will be talking to you guys a little bit about those products too. First product that I want to talk about is the creamy base coat. And again, this is a mini bottle. You can get these in full sizes as well on the website. But I really like it a lot, actually. It's very smoothing to the nail. I have natural kind of ridges in my nail, and I don't like to buff my nail because it does make your nail beds weaker, and that's what leads to peeling and breaking and things like that. So having a good base coat that kind of smooths out the nail is really, really helpful. So this does that, and so I really like that, and it dried very quickly. So by the time I was done doing my whole hand, I started my pinky and I worked toward my thumb. By the time I was done doing my whole hand and I was ready to put my color on, the pinky was already dry. So it did dry very quickly, and again, like I said, it was very smoothing, and so I really liked the base coat. The next product I want to talk about is the top coat. And normally, and you've heard me talk about this before, the top coat that I use all the time is HK Girl from Glisten and Glow. And I haven't really swayed from that since I found it. So trying a new top coat was kind of fun for me, I guess. This did make my nails really, really shiny, which I really liked. It does, like it says, Diamond Glam Gloss. Yeah, that's a really good name for it because it does make I used it, as you'll see in the swatches, I used it over every single swatch as a top coat. So you will see in all of those pictures, all of them are extremely glossy and shiny, and that was really nice. It does dry pretty quickly, not as quickly as the HK Girl that I use, so there would be a little more wait time if I was doing it in between doing like a nail vinyl or a stencil or something, where I would need it to be like hard as a rock so that when I peel up, the polish doesn't come with it. I didn't try it like that, so I'm not for sure if it would work well or not. But it did dry pretty good. By the time I was, done putting it on and getting my light box set up with my lights to take my picture, it was dry already. So it did dry pretty good. So I liked it, but I don't know if I will use it a whole lot in the future, just because I'm kind of a creature of habit and I am obsessed with my current top coat. So that's just my opinion though, but not bad. It is, like I said, very shiny, does dry quickly. I didn't use it over a design, so as far as smearing, again, I don't know. I just did it over the swatches, so I'm not sure about that, but I did like it. The next thing I want to talk about is the cuticle oil. It's an organic cuticle oil, and I really liked this. It smells really good. When I first opened it, I was just like, oh my gosh, that smells awesome. And it just soaked right into my skin, which was nice. And I really, really liked it. And I actually really like this little mini bottle because now I think I'm going to throw it in my purse so that when I'm at work or whatever and I'm like, oh, cuticles, oil, perfect. So if you're anything like me, I know lots of girls that carry that stuff in their purse, so I'm not the only one, I'm sure. But so this is perfect for that. But anyway, it did work really well and is all organic and natural, which I love. That's awesome. And the smell, like I said, is amazing. And so I just lightly brushed some around my on my cuticles, and then I just kind of rubbed it in and let it sit for a little while. And then I used it all day for one whole day, and it worked great. Like, my cuticles were super soft that day and not dry at all. So I did really like the organic cuticle oil. Before I start talking about the polishes individually, I want to talk to you about them as a whole. There are 12 in this collection, and they are all creams, and I have swatched them all for you, so I will show you a swatch picture of each of them. There were some of them in the collection that had the most perfect formulas, super smooth, they went on great, I just loved them. I'll talk to you about those. And then there were some that I was really disappointed with and kind of bummed out because I've gotten other polishes from Dainty Digits Polish before and loved all of them. Granted, I'm pretty sure I've only got hollow polishes from her, but I've loved all of them. I've never got a bad polish from them. But there were a couple that had chunks of the pigment in it. Like I would roll it and roll it and roll it and roll it and shake it, and no matter what I did, they wouldn't go away. Or what they would do is kind of smear inside the bottle. So I don't know if they were just my bottles or they just weren't mixed well or what kind of happened there. So there were a couple that were just not very good. So I will talk to you about those as well. All right, the first one that I swatched and that I want to talk to you about is this kind of lime green one here, and this is called Sour Apple, and this one was shown in 3 coats plus the top coat that I talked about earlier. And this was one of those ones that I just did not like because the formula on it was just, it had those chunks of pigment in it, and no matter what I did, and even now looking at it, I can see still these just like chunks. And so that was really disappointing. And so in the swatch picture from a distance, it kind of looks okay, you know, because the top coat sort of smoothed it out. But if you actually look at the nail up close, you can see, especially in this one, there's like dark green and like white chunks, and you can see that speckled throughout in the nail. And it's not supposed to look like that. So this was one of those ones, again, that unfortunately I just did not really like just because of the problems that it had with it. The next polish that I swatched and want to show you is called Citrus Punch, and this is kind of like a mango-y mustard type yellow color, and this one had a really nice formula on it. It was 3 coats plus top coat, super smooth. I really liked this one a lot, and I actually really love this color for coming up with the spring and summer, so this one I really liked. To show you is called Cotton Candy, and this was another one, and if you look right back here you can even see the blue, dark blue like lines in there, and that is from me rolling it and trying to get the chunks of pigment to dissolve, and all they did was just smear, and it's like that, you know, all over. You can see it like right in there. So this is another one that is like that, and that's really unfortunate because I love this color, and this one was only 2 coats, so the formula on it as far as that goes was really good, and it self-leveled really well, but then it had these chunks of pigment that weren't mixed up in there, and so it just ruined the whole thing, and so that was disappointing. The next one I have to show you is called Blueberry Hill. And this one I loved. It had a perfect formula. This one was 3 coats, and I loved this one. It had a really great color to it, really great formula. It self-leveled really well. It dried really fast. No pigment problems whatsoever. This one was awesome. I loved it. The next one I have to show you is a purple color, and this is called Boysenberry Grape. And this one was done in 2 coats, and this one is not bad. It had a few of those small little like unmixed pigment things in it, but it was very, very small. It was enough that where I could roll it and it went away. But so once that happened, then this one was fine. But I like the color. Again, a good spring and summer color coming up. So that was, again, 2 coats plus top coat, and I did really like that one. The next one I have to show you is called Bubblegum, and this is a pastel sort of baby pink color, and this one had a really nice formula on it. This one was 2 coats plus top coat, self-leveled really well, it didn't have any pigment problems. I really liked this one. The next one I want to talk to is called Peanut Butter Cup, and this one is like a peanut butter color. And this one, unfortunately, was another one that was just not good. Just not mixed well. I rolled it and rolled it and rolled it and shook it and just nothing. Again, with the top coat in the swatch picture, it looks all right because, you know, it sort of smoothed it out, but when you actually look at it, it's all speckled with all the unmixed pigments in there. So that was kind of disappointing. So this one I did not like. The next one that I have to talk to you about is called So Peachy, and this is a pastel peach color. This one, unfortunately, was another one that I did not like because the pigments in there were just chunks of like white pigment in here, and no matter how much I rolled it, no matter how much I shook it, it did not dissolve it. And I don't know if it had, again, if it's just because it wasn't mixed well or if it had been sitting a while, I don't know, but it wasn't mixed well enough for me to be able to just roll it and shake it like most polishes, because I do understand that polishes, you know, settle and they can separate and stuff if they've been sitting a while. I get that. But in those cases, with enough rolling and shaking and whatever, they go back together. But this, it wasn't like that. It was just like it wasn't mixed well, you know, to begin with because of the chunks of the pigment. It's not like it just sort of separated. So unfortunately, this one I did not like. This one. The next one I want to talk to you about is called Milk Chocolate, which is an extremely appropriate name for the colors. That's exactly what it looks like. This one was a perfect formula. I loved this one. It was so smooth, self-leveled so well. It was only 2 coats plus top coat. I love this one. I do really love talk to you about is the plain white polish in the collection, and this is called Fluffy Cream Puff. And this one I really liked a lot. It had a really good formula on it, and I love plain white polishes because I use them as a base for, you know, gradients and water marbles and things like that. So any white polish that has a good formula and is smooth like that, that will work good for that, I really like. And so this is one of those. So I really liked this one a lot. The next polish in the collection that I want to show you is the red polish, and this is called Cherry Bomb. And this one was another one that had a great formula on it. This was only 2 coats plus top coat. I actually used this one. If you look, follow me on Instagram or on my website, you'll see I used this one and another polish, which I'm going to talk about yet from the collection, in a gradient, and it worked really, really good for the gradient because it's very opaque and has a really nice formula for it. So again, I really liked this one. This one was. The last polish in the collection that I want to show you is my favorite, and it is a plain black polish, and it is called Licorice Jelly Bean. And this one was 2 coats plus top coat. It had a perfect formula, super smooth, self-leveled really well. I love this one. I love black polishes. I love all polishes, and I'm pretty sure I say that all the time because it's so true. But I do really love a good plain black polish, and this is one of those. So I like this one a lot. So this was a really big collection. There were 12 polishes in it, and again, you heard me talk about some that I just really did not like and some that I really loved. And so if I was going to pick just a couple of the polishes that I really, really liked, I chose 4. And the first one would be the white, which is Fluffy Cream Puff. And then the blue, the dark blue, which was Blueberry Hill. And the next would be the red, which was Cherry Bomb. And then my favorite from the collection was the black, which was Licorice Jelly Bean. Again, I really, really liked the Cuticle Oil and the base coat, and the top coat was not bad, but I'm probably going to stick with my current top coat. So I hope that this review was helpful for you guys. I hope that you like it. And I also hope that you go over and check out Dainty Digits Polish. She has a lot of wonderful polishes on her website, not only from this collection as well, but she's got tons of other polishes on there. And I really love her polishes. I own several of them already. And she's such a sweet lady too. So be sure to check her out. And again, if you found this video helpful and you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to comment and let me know what you think, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.